Hey guys, I am so glad you could join me again this week. We are going to be finishing up our final lesson in our You're Invited series. And so I hope that you guys have enjoyed the series. I know we did a couple of weeks at church together, and now we've done a couple of weeks at home with your families. It's been awesome. Either way, I hope you've had fun with it. And this week, we are going to find out about something that Jesus invites us to. So I don't know if you've ever been invited to a party. Maybe your friends have invited you to a party. I wonder if you've ever been to a surprise party where you've come and the person who's the party is for didn't know about it. It's so much fun, right? To go to parties, to get invited, and you're excited, and maybe you know a little bit about what's going to happen at the party. Maybe you've been told, like, you get to go bowling, or you get to dance, or eat really cool food, different things we do at parties. So you got the excitement of waiting to go, and then you're going to see your friends. They're all going to be there. Man, how excited would you be if you were invited to a party right now, to be able to go and see your friends and hang out with them, right? And there's a lot of things about being able to go to a party, but you know what's so special is when you get invited. Somebody thinks about you and cares about you and wants you to be a part of their special day. And they invite you. They ask you, they say, I care about you, I love you, I want you to come spend time with me on my birthday or my wedding, whatever kind of a party it is. It's a cool thing to be invited, right? Well, Jesus offers every single one of us an invitation to a party. And we're going to look in the Bible and see what that invitation looks like. So in the Bible, Jesus told a lot of stories. They get a name. It's called parables. And that's Jesus telling a story. And when Jesus tells a story in a parable, what he is doing is he wants us to understand something about him and God, and he's telling it in a way that helps us to understand it. So he's kind of likening it to a story so we can understand this principle of him or God or what they do, and we can understand it through a story. That's what a parable is. Okay, so hopefully you brought your Bibles, and we're going to look in Luke 14. And there is a specific invitation that Jesus offers. So here, let me read. We're going to start in verse 16, okay? Luke 14, verse 16. And he says, but he said to them, this is Jesus talking, a man once gave a great banquet, and he invited many. So a banquet is like a massive kind of dinner for a lot of people. So people would look at a banquet as something really quite special, especially to be invited to it. So he gave a great banquet, and he invited lots of people. And at the time for the banquet, he sent his servant to say to those who had been invited, come, because everything is ready now. But they all began to make excuses. They all had reasons. Though they were invited, they all had reasons why they weren't going to come. The first said to him, I've bought a field. I've got to go out and see it. Please excuse me. And another said, I've bought 5 yoke of oxen, lots of cows, and I go to examine them. Please excuse me. And another said, I've married a wife, so I cannot come. So the servant came back and told these things to his master, the person that's throwing this banquet. And he said, they're all not coming. They've got all these excuses, they're not coming. And the person throwing the banquet got kind of angry. And he said, go out quickly to the streets and to the lanes of the city, and bring in the poor and the crippled and the blind and the lame. And the servant said, sir, what you have commanded has been done, and still there is room. And the master said to him, go out to the highways and the hedges and compel people to come in, that my house may be filled. For I tell you, none of those men who were invited shall taste my banquet. And so what Jesus is saying is, this master, he prepared this great meal. His house was ready for them. And they all came with excuses. But he didn't say, oh man, I'm just not going to have a party then. I'm just not going to have the banquet. No, Jesus, the person running the banquet said, I am going to invite whoever wants to come. Whoever wants to be a part of it, I want them here with me. I want them to come, and I want them to enjoy this experience. I want them to come and have this banquet with me. And so he sent his servant out to go everywhere and find anyone that would like to come. And this is a story that helps us understand Jesus' invitation to us. Because living with Jesus, having a relationship with Jesus, is like him throwing a big party for us. The invitation is for anyone that wants to come. And there will be some people that will be invited to the party, like the first people. There will be some people that will be invited to the party that will make up excuses and say, nah, I'm not coming. I don't want to come. I've got another thing to do. I married a wife. I've got some cows to look after. Whatever their excuses may be, they're going to say, I'm not going to come. And Jesus extends this invitation to everybody. And he says, whoever wants to come can come. And he's saying, whoever wants to have a relationship with me, whoever wants to know me, whoever wants to be a part with me can come. There's room for everybody. And when we say yes to Jesus, when we say yes to that invitation, our lives change. And it's not just we get to party and know him here on earth. It means that when we die, we go to heaven and we get to be with him forever. But we say yes. It's an incredible opportunity to say yes to this banquet, because we can choose to accept Jesus' invitation. We can choose to say yes to him. And we will have to make that choice. Like when you're invited to a party, you have a choice to make. Are you going to go to the party, or are you not going to go to the party? We have a choice to make. And it's the same with Jesus. Jesus gives us an invitation, and he gives us this opportunity to accept it. And he also wants us to help others see that the invitation is there for them too. We don't keep it to ourselves. We get to share with other people, hey, Jesus invites you too. Jesus wants you to be a part of this too. And this week, our activity was going to be making invitations to invite people to church. And it's a little strange right now to do that, I know, because we're not even here on Sundays at the moment. And so to invite them to come be a part of this is a little difficult, because you're inviting them to something that we don't know when we're going to start back up again. Hopefully soon, but we don't know. So this week, I want you to talk about with your family, who do you know that you can invite, but invite them to come watch the live stream. Invite them to, maybe they have parents that might want to watch Derek's Bible study. Invite them to watch that. Maybe as a family, invite them to watch this and do the activity. Or maybe one of the weeks we've done already. There's still things we can invite people to, and still things we can invite them to be part of. And we can still share Jesus, even especially in the midst of a season like this. We can share Jesus with our friends, and we can talk to him about the hope that we have because we accepted the invitation to his party. And over the next month, whether we do that together here in the church building, or whether we do it over our screens just like this with our families, we are going to be learning about Easter and what Easter is. And Easter is going to be when we look at what happens when we say yes to Jesus. What did Jesus do for us? What are we saying yes to? So when we accept his invitation, what are we saying yes to? And what does that look like, and what difference does that make for our lives? And it's going to be such a great one. And I want to make sure you tune in, because next week, it's not going to be my face you see on the video. It's going to be someone else, and I'm so excited. So make sure you tune in next time. Watch the video. You guys have got some questions to answer. Read the story again together. Answer the questions together. Do the activity together. And I hope that it'll be a really great time for you and your family. I'm so glad you guys have watched today. I'm so sorry I can't see your sweet faces. I miss you guys so much. I've come up here into this room to do my video just to remind me what it's like when you guys are all here. And I pray that you guys are all healthy. I pray that you are doing well, that you are enjoying some extra time with your parents and some extra time at home. I know it's strange. And I pray that you just remember that God is in control. He is not surprised by anything that's going on. and He's still here with us, and He's still inviting us to be a part of His party. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye.